right? There's no need for this.
Yeah, he's a blockhead.
Welcome to MojoPlays, Josh here. Join me today as we denounce 10 of the worst missions in the Assassin's Creed games. For this list, we'll be looking at levels in the series that gamers either dreaded playing the most, or which almost ruined the entire experience for them, be it due to frustrating design, absurd requirements, or annoying companions. The series may be filled with memorable moments, but there were bound to be a few stinkers. Addressing this now, you won't be seeing much of the modern games here, since they've stuck to a pretty thorough formula, one where the worst of missions you usually get are just unremarkably long and samey. Which questline do you fear? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more like this.
Sequence archived. Warning. Recursive idle state instability. Stack overflow imminent.
When in Rome, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
The banker has a special evening planned. I will be delivering your payment. Give it here.
If Assassin's Creed was a sitcom, one episode might include dressing up as a guard to deliver a box of money, except Ezio doesn't know where he's going, and he has to play it off in the silliest of ways. Despite sporting completely different facial hair and an entirely different voice than Luigi over here, that's exactly what happens. The thing about this mission is, you'll be given no map marker and must rely on the comments of your fellow troops to figure out where you need to go. Neat idea on paper, until you try deciphering what
I hope they let us go inside
means in terms of a direction. You'll only earn 100% sync if beaten under 3 minutes, while some NPC dudes repeatedly call you a fool for picking a direction, and make you as the player feel like a proper arse for just sitting through this.
Luigi? We just let him in. He's here.
Den Defense, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Hold there. Hold that point for me.
Revelations introduced Assassin and Templar bases in the form of dens that could be raided for control over the map and access to different quests. If your notoriety is high, expect having to run across the entire city to be met with a drawn-out sequence in which a seemingly unending wave of enemies one-shots your barricades and captures your base. While the tutorial makes this seem like a fun tower defense at first, the reality will set in that losing dens will be a constant nuisance. You spawn right next to it, and even if you reclaim the base, it'll be attacked in the next 10 minutes anyway. This gave the players the revelation that it was just better practice to keep your notoriety down throughout the entire game so they didn't have to deal with it. A+ idea, C- implementation. Sibrand of Acre, Assassin's Creed.
Hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No, I don't understand.
Welcome to Memory Block 5. Today we're taking out a Grandmaster Templar. The usual. Funny thing though, he's on a boat. That doesn't sound so bad, except that Altair can't swim. To make matters worse, I present Exhibit A, sparsely placed posts. Due to the insta-death nature of this level, losing tens of minutes to a simple misstep can be hair-pulling. Sibrand also hides away on the back of his ship, surrounded by archers. At least, there are a couple different methods of reaching him, but all can be cut short by being spotted even once. Not to mention all the hoops you have to jump through prior to locating him. This mission is in dire need of a fine-tuning to this day.
Altair, you've caused quite a stir.
The Fight, Assassin's Creed 3.
Gary's just got himself a temper, and I won't let him get away with it. It's really no trouble.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, this mission will cause you to start throwing hands yourself. Connor is instructed by two kiddos to break up a fight between the Homestead Lumberjacks. To do so, however, the player is given a new, weird meter that doesn't make any sense at all. There's Connor's logo in the center, two wiggling colored lines that change from green to yellow to red, and some analog stick icons to move around. It is entirely unclear where or which way to tap the sticks, and even worse, the icons are so far apart that you either need to go cross-eyed to work them both, or have someone else tag team it with you. Connor is just as confused, as anytime the colored lines stay red too long, the woodsman will land a punch on the other and reset the minigame. But all that follows is some stiff dialogue that has no bearing on the story, and it's never mentioned again. Hey, better idea for a mission. Your assassin has to stop whatever they're doing and go play Quap. Desmond's Journey, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Incredible. This must be the core of the Animus. No simulations, no environments. I can't even feel my own body.
Modern day segments are always a divisive topic. While some add a unique identity to the series, others feel like pointless padding to an already lengthy game. The solo Desmond missions and revelations are, frustratingly, a bit of both. They serve to reveal the memories and past of a beloved character, but shortly become preachy nonsense over top of a strictly first-person puzzle-a-thon.
Rising from below like the living dead, into the sun, the light shocking my eyes. Walking those 10 minutes between the subway and the bar always felt so good.
You won't find many creative solutions other than pressing big glowing buttons and building bridges in a straight line. The entire block placing mechanic felt like it belonged in a separate game, with less than thrilling physics. The general reception was that most people didn't want to halt all the momentum of Ezio's story for these basic walking sims.
My name is Desmond Miles, and I am an assassin.
Encyclopedia of the Common Man, Assassin's Creed 3. AC3 can't catch a break, but this has to be one of the greatest of their sins. This mission blows, as Master Assassin Connor is lectured into creating a logbook of the locals' everyday activities. Who, I ask, wants to spend their playtime following around NPCs and stalking them until they do things? So many things! 49 times you'll have to watch the computer perform such thrilling animations as idle behind bar, shovel hay, or refuel oil lamp throughout the course of the game, as there's no way to influence what they choose to do on that given day. I also ask, how is it in character for Connor to be waiting outside of someone's house just to catch a glimpse of them milking a cow? Flying Machine 2.0, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Craft more weapons. Leonardo, you will help me stop them.
You're thrown into an aerial mech. Only 2 rules: don't get hit, and don't get seen. Easy, right? What could go wrong with a 10-minute segment where one touch means starting the level over for 100% sync? Now, if that were all, I'd say pish-posh, except for the fact that the final challenge involves chasing a messenger on a horse that is 3 times faster than you, and the machine is constantly losing altitude, which you can only regain by creating heat sources with your cannons, which of course can get you killed. Maybe not such a walk in the park after all, especially because the clunky winged machine turns worse than the Mario 64 wing cap when trying to line up some of these sniper shots. The Midnight Ride, Assassin's Creed 3.
You take the reins, I'll navigate. Quickly, Connor, get on the horse!
The Redcoats, Connor. To the left, Connor. Get back on the horse. Go right. The left. Why don't you just drive? Imagine that Moneybucks mission from Brotherhood, except instead of jovial guards, you have this inept, bothersome dingus shouting directions directly into your ear canal. What's worse, he can get lost. Great co-pilot you've gave us here, game. There's no reason this mission had to be this dreadful. All we're doing on paper is driving to some houses and pressing a button. But you're glued to Paul here, who will complain about it, and you, the entire time. You're not even allowed to throw hands or be detected for 100% sync. Throw me a bone here, man.
Are you sure we are in the right place?
Well, sure, I'm sure.
The Giant and the Storm, Assassin's Creed 3. Alright, sink 3 ships by firing on their powder stores. It sounds straightforward, but there are more than a few wrinkles. First off, there are only 3 ships for you to sink in total, meaning, once again, for 100% sync, you can make no mistakes, lest you load back to the open water. Couple that with the weak spots of powder reserves being somewhat random, and that shooting at them has a chance of setting them off. Repeating this process 3 times in a row means that your success is solely based on luck. So even with a video walkthrough, the game may just decide not to work as intended. Now there are workarounds, such as the fire shot, which will significantly improve your chances of lighting the powder, but the game doesn't explicitly state this very well. What an incredibly problematic quest that wasted countless time just due to its stipulations. Here it is, the one many of you have been waiting for. The tank mission. Hell on Wheels, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Leonardo expects me to maneuver these. No instructions, of course.
Leonardo is at it again, and we're set up in our new machine to go toe-to-toe with a legion of goons who operate a few tanks of their own. Now, please explain to me how it is that to earn 100% sync, we as Ezio are expected to blow through 6 cannons, several arenas lined with explosive barrels, and a 2-on-1 confrontation inside of these narrow pathways without taking a single point of damage. This is made with an even worse cherry on top, as when you reset, you're still expected to play through the section of acquiring the tank, since the mission has no checkpoints to speak of. Being that you move as slow as molasses in a giant wooden box, it's obvious that getting through this canyon with your sanity intact is a feat in itself. Being that neither us nor Ezio had been in the thing before, this mission feels unfair, and asks the most of you for just trying to play it properly. No thank you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.